Oliver Sloup is with us. He's with Blue Line Futures in Chicago. And there's a lot to consider here with the outside markets and everything. We're starting out on a very poor footing here when it comes to the prices on the crop markets. I just wondered, actually, from your perspective, what is driving the market down right now?
Yeah, the outside markets had a heck of a finish to last week's trade. It spilled over into some strength in the overnight session. We've seen a mixed trade since the floor open, and none of that positivity has really spilled into the grain market. So we're seeing a little bit of weakness across the board in corn and beans. But if you kind of zoom out and look at where we've been over the last couple of weeks, we really haven't gone anywhere too fast. We're continuing to consolidate, mostly sideways for corn and beans, and we're at that point of year where that's fairly typical. Once you get past 50% through harvest, you remove a lot of the uncertainty around what the overall production is going to be in the state. So there's not a lot to move prices here in the near term. Going forward, now that we're in the back half of harvest, I think a lot of the attention is going to shift towards South America and their weather, which could potentially give the market new direction other than sideways, whether that be a breakout or a breakdown, to be determined. But as it stands right now, relatively quiet and a choppy trade over the last couple weeks.
When you look at the Kansas City market here for the wheat, the hard red winter wheat, and, well, I put up a 3-month chart here, but you can tell it has been sliding now for the better part of almost a month. And it's kind of odd that you see that kind of market action. It's down 9 3/4 cents on December right now. But we had Tim Ross showing the radar map a little bit ago, and yeah, they're getting some heavy rains in the southern plains, but basically it's totally missing the northwestern third of the state of Kansas and almost all of Nebraska. That is not going to help the cause of getting that new wheat crop started out there, because that covers almost the majority of acres out there of key production.
Yeah, absolutely. And the wheat market was starting to carve out a really nice low from August through October, but we started giving back a lot of those gains here recently. Maybe some profit taking, but if you kind of look at, prices where they stand today, we're still at relatively high prices, and I don't think the world is in a huge shortage of wheat, knock on wood. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this market continue to kind of chop around, as I mentioned with corn and beans. It's a lot more thinly traded market, so less participants and easier to see bigger swings. And so the wheat market over the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of telling clients, let's just be spectators, because these intraday, intra-week swings in the wheat complex have been kind of unexplained many times over.
That's a very interesting comment. In other words, you don't have to be in there just for the sake of being in there. That's pretty good perception there.